I was muted that entire time. Absolutely love it. Welcome on in, guys. Okay, Team Overdrive versus RAE 5 Bruvs in a 3v3 best of 5. Once again, week number 486 league. Quick shout out to Team RAE Monolith. They are playing their matchup right now as well over on Taser stream, so make sure to go tab that up. I'm pretty sure that is everything I basically said. I hope you guys are ready as we are back and hopefully better than ever. I know we just came from a win in our last series, so yeah, let's get them started. Once they hop on the field, then we're going to get taken up. I completely blanked on his name, but that's Jake out there. That's the team captain, so I got it this time. We are locked in. Here we go. Game number 1, kickoff number 1. We got Jake with the first goal of the game coming from the kickoff from Clarky here. 2 seconds in. Nice little kickoff goal. We can skip this. Here we go. Kickoff number 2. We got Coach and Rico. As Merc now takes the 50, sends the ball into that left side corner. It's bouncing center. Clarky with that defense, sends it to the other side. Past Ken's. As Rico takes the 50, sends it over to Jake, and he gets demoed out of the play. Rico almost with the follow-up. Things do turn around, though. Clarky drops the ball down. Great follow-up by Jake. Back over to Clarky as they are working overtime. Little bit of a bump. Ken's taking the ball, going up the wall. 8 boosts to work with. Pops it off. Rico is there, sending it back center. As Merc now takes his time. Can't quite get the defense, and the demo on the third man is no good as the shot goes wide. Clarky now with the clear all the way down into that left side corner. Ken's with the bounce back. A nice little ceiling pinch, sending it back into that right side corner of RAE here. A little bit of a double can make Owen center. Great save by Rico, just enough for Clarky to grab a save, and a send out by Jake. Back over to Rico. Almost a full tank of boost going for the air dribble. Right side, saved away by Merc. Clarky with the follow-up, 1 touch. Rico with the back pass over to Jake, 50 by Coach. Ball still going in favor of the offense. Rico going for the setup, but Merc is there. As he clears the ball, Jake gets in the way of Coach. Pass over to Clarky as he now moves down line. He gets the demo on Ken's. Up goes Rico, popping it up to Jake. Shot again just wide as he did get bumped as well. Clarky now with the 50. Ken's now with the follow-up. Takes the ball, goes downfield. A great challenge by Jake as it goes up and off the ceiling. In comes Rico as it goes off the backboard. Merc has the touch, sends it to the corner. Clarky with the turnaround. Ball's going back center till Ken's comes along, sends it back to midfield. Jake with the turnaround. It is a shot saved away. Ken's sending it to the other side, but Rico is there. Shot again. Off the crossbar just a little bit. Defense was there. Merc with the save as it's back at midfield. We have a pass by Merc going center. Jake couldn't quite get there. Rico with that backup defense. Gives it over to Ken's. Back over to Merc. Shots going wide. Coach sinking it in that top right corner. That's going to be the tie maker there. And that's going to push us for kickoff number 3. Got Jake now sending it to the backboard. Mark now trying to move it downfield. There is a demo. Jake now with the double. There you have it. Cool. I wasn't gonna pause, I just kind of wanted to see. Okay, we're good. We're good. Alrighty, we got Coach with the send out. 50 on Clarky going in favor. It is a shot off the crossbar. Rico couldn't quite get the touch. Jake is there. Nice turnaround by Kenz as he passes it to Merc. Merc's going to put it in the net, and we are back to a tie game. Great passing play there. 2-2, 2 minutes, 15 seconds on the clock. Clarky and Kenz on kickoff as it goes in favor of Kenz. Rico has the turnaround, sending it to the backboard. Double tap, and it's in! What an angle! Let's take a look at that replay. As he is scaling the wall, he sends it to the backboard. And there you have it. Just past Coach. He was there, and he found the gap. There you have it. Bruvs taking the lead once again. Merc sending the ball over to Rico as he pops it up. Coach has the 50, sends it over to Clarky. Clarky with the pass over to Rico on that other side. As Ken sends it out, Clarky's there to shut it down. Coach now, no boost in the tank, sends it back over to Kenz. In comes Rico with the shot. Great save by Merc as Clarky now has the pass back center. Kenz just beats Jake. As the ball goes into that right side corner, Rico's there on defense. A great 50 by Merc, sends it over to Clarky. Clarky gets it past Coach. Now over to Rico. Rico to Jake. What a play! Let's take a look at that replay. Here we go. We got Clarky with the pop. Rico with the half flip, turning it around. A great pass to Jake, and the open net is there. And that's going to extend the lead for the team here. 2-4, 1 minute, 37 seconds on the clock. Kickoff number 7, going to the wall. Clarky playing the bounce. Double defense is there. Merc taking possession. A little bit of a back pass to Kenz. Kenz getting 50 by Jake. Jake from the corner. Almost gets it center. Merc sends it back out. Clarky is there, over to Rico. Rico sends it to the other side. In comes Jake, getting a touch. Ball's going center. It is a shot saved by Merc. As Clarky now gets 50'd by Merc once again. Now we're moving from this left side corner. A little bit of a danger zone here. Defense scrambling just a little bit. It's a great pass out by Jake, getting the ball to midfield, releasing a little bit of that offensive pressure here. We got Coach now moving in, though. Rico getting in the way. One chip up. Merc beats. And he scores that one. I was trying to wait for the name there, but it's okay. Okay, it was Jake. Merc just beat Jake to the ball, and he is able to slot it in. Cutting the lead in half now. We have a 3-4 game. 48 seconds to go. Clarky taking this kickoff. Merc with the turnaround as it goes into that right side corner. Jake is there. One touch out to Coach. Coach now moving center. Rico is there. In comes Merc with the turnaround, though. Clarky on defense. He gets bumped. Coach with the follow-up off the backboard. Rico on defense sends it out just a little bit, but Kenz has the read. Back to the backboard where Clarky is. He plays the bounce off the wall. Gets the ball past at midfield. It's a great turnaround by Merc. But Jake is there. Kenz now with the touch off the wall. Over to Coach with the shot. Great save by Rico as it goes to the left side. Coach with the setup once again, but Clarky gets there as he now sends it downfield. We got Rico taking over, trying to swerve through the defense. Merc grabs the save. Kenz takes possession, going off the wall with the air dribble. 1 second to go. Clarky with the save, sends the ball out. And that's going to end game number 1. Bruvs taking this one. Switch up the field. As we head into Forbidden Temple, I didn't even check the maps. That's on me. But game 3, it will now be on Manfield night, as game 1 was on DFH. But yeah, here we go. All right, Merc is back. It's looking like we're all ready to go. So let's head into game number 2. We're off to a good start. Bruvs taking game number 1, leaving us in a 1-0 series. Who are we missing? I think it's Merc. Yeah. There he is. Alrighty. Perfect. Thank you, Dragon. Appreciate you, King. Here we go. Game number 2. 5 minutes on the clock. We got Coach pushing this kickoff towards Clarky as he goes with the air dribble off the ceiling, dropping down off the crossbar. Very, very close shot. No follow-up as Coach on defense tries to get it out. Jake with the 50 over to Ken's as Coach now moves it downfield. We got Rico getting in his way as he goes all the way downfield, tries to get that setup. Couldn't quite get the read on that bounce. It was a little too high. It's okay. Ken's now moving downfield. Clarky with the 50. As he's getting in the way of Merck. There's the pass, and it's a great save by Coach. A great setup, though. As the ball now goes downfield on the right side here. We got a pass to Ken's. Ken's with the shot off the crossbar. In comes Merck with the turnaround. Jake on defense, just missing the demo. As Ken steals the ball from him, pops it up, can't get the read. Rico grabs the save, now has possession, pops it past Coach, off the wall, pass in center. Merck is there as it now goes off the wall. He plays the bounce, sends it to Jake. We have a little bit of a cluster in this corner. 2 and 2. Coach coming out on top. Gets it to Ken's, but Rico was there with the 50 as Ken still tries to stick with the ball. Passes it to Merck. Merck now over to Coach. Coach with the shot just wide. Clarky with a great touch before Merck can get there as Rico now moves down line on the left side. We do have a turnaround. Ken's now popping it up. In comes Jake. One touch. Coach with the 50. Ken's with the shot. It's off the crossbar. Merck off the crossbar. Coach finally putting it in. And that's going to be the first goal of the game. Crossbar doing a lot of the defensive work here. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for that third touch, but it's okay. It's 1-0, 3 minutes, 27 seconds on the clock. So we got Coach taking this one. Ken's with the follow-up. It is a shot saved by Jake as it goes off the wall. Merck plays the bounce, goes towards the net. Rico getting there just in the nick of time. A pass over to Jake. Jake back over to the center field. Ken's is there, popping the ball up. Clarky now with the catch, taking his time. There's the pop-up. Merck with the steal, though. He had the read. He's going for the reset, and it's saved away. Ken's now in possession, trying to go for the shot himself. Jake gets in his way. Merck with the follow-up offense, gets 50'd himself. Clarky's backwards, trying to move downfield. Couldn't quite do it. There's the shot, and it's in. Coach now taking the lead and extending it for Team Overdrive. Alrighty, 2-0. 2 minutes, 48 seconds on the clock. Ken's and Clarky on kickoff as the ball goes to the left side field. We do have a turnaround by Marcus. He goes with the air dribble. Jake getting in his way as Ken's now has the touch off the ceiling. Coach playing the bounce. Great follow-up, but Clarky gets in the way. Coach sends it center to the other side. As he follows it up, Merck is there with the snipe through the defense. Let's take a look at that replay. Jake with little to no boost, just could not get the touch, and it's a team play by Team Overdrive. Here we go, 3-0, 2 minutes, 28 seconds. Rico and Coach on kickoff as the ball goes over to Jake. He has the air dribble, moving into that corner. Merck with the shutdown, back over to Rico. It's a little bit better of a direction, but Ken's is there with the read. A pass over to Merck as he follows it up. Goes for the shot! Great save by Rico, followed up by Clarky. Coach trying to get in his way. Clarky still maintaining possession, but has no boost. Ken's with the steal as he sends it back past midfield. He's trying to go for the setup. Rico not letting it happen, though, as he turns the thing around. Takes a 50 by Merck. Just beating out Coach, and there's the shot. Take a look at that replay there. All right, we have a 50 by Merck, just beating Coach. Jake with the pass before he's taken out with the demo. Rico just got enough touch on it to get it in the net. Still kind of hit the crossbar, a little bit scary, but we are now officially on the board. 3-1, 1 minute, 52 seconds on the clock. As it is a bouncing play, Rico takes over, going with the air dribble, passes it over to Jake in that corner. A little bit too much as Ken's now turns things around. A pass over to Mark. Clarky gets in their way as Jake now sends it out. Again, past midfield. Ken's taking it up and across his own backboard. Clarky couldn't quite get the challenge there. Did call off Ken's. Merc had to get the follow-up. The shot goes over to Jake. Ken's with the turnaround. Clarky's there with the save as it goes into that left side corner. Coach is there. Jake with the touch. Merc once again taken over. There's a little bit of a cluster. A lot of bumps happening in that mid-section of the field there. Ken's dropping the ball down. Rico getting in the way of that follow-up. Past it. It's an open net. Can they get there? Rico does! And there you have it. The lead now getting cut in half. We have a 3-2 game with exactly 60 seconds remaining. 3-2. Here we go. Merc and Jake on kickoff. Ball's going over to Clarky. He gets demoed out. Rico now with a little bit of a back pass, but Coach is there. Jake gets in the way. It is popped up over for Ken's. Playing the bounce from the corner. Back center. Great save by Rico as Merc turns things around. Rico now sends it out. Jake's on the wall. Can't quite get the touch. Coach in that corner sends it back. In comes Clarky. Stopping the momentum just a little bit. Just getting in the way. Just enough. Now have a touch over to Rico. Over to Clarky. Couldn't quite get there in time. 30 seconds remaining. Jake with the steal off the backboard. In comes Clarky. And the demo on Merc to finish the play. Let's take a look at this replay here. We got Jake off the backboard. In comes Clarky. Jake knew what to do. There's the demo. Stopping all defensive pressure. And we are now at a tie game. 3-3 with 24 seconds remaining. Coach Enrico on kickoff. As Coach takes this one, Jake is there to turn it around. Go straight to the backboard. Merc with the send out to Clarky. Clarky with the pass center. In comes Rico. Shot is wide going into that corner. Ken's with the touch. Coach now taking over from the play. Clarky getting in the mix of things. A pass almost over to Jake. In comes Merc with the turn. Sending it into the corner. Rico with the touch. Sends it to the other side. Coach had the read. Sends it back center. And we're going to be seeing an overtime in game number 2. Here we go. First to score takes the win. As this kickoff goes to the wall, we got Merc taking possession. Passing the ball center. Plays the bounce. It is a shot. It is wide. Rico now in possession. The one with the most boost in the tank gets stolen away by Ken's as Clarky grabs the save. We got Coach now taken over. Rico goes up for it. Jake with the save, sending it out past Ken's. He's still able to catch up to the ball as he goes into his own corner. Gets 50. Ball's going center. Merc is there. In comes Jake. Stopping the momentum, buying his team a little bit of time. Rico now with some boost takes the play. Can't get past Ken's as Clarky now has this steal, gets the ball center. Ball goes back over to that corner. Clarky still plays it. In comes Rico. Little bit of a back pass over to Jake. Jake now with the pop past Merc. It's a 2v2 here. A pass over to Clarky with the shot. It is a little high. Rico's already up, and it's saved away by Coach. As it goes into that right side corner, we have a clear by Coach as Jake turns things around, grabbing that save. Ken's now sending it back to the corner. Coach with one touch over to Clarky. He beats Merc. Over to Rico. Rico with the shot off the backboard. Jake with the follow-up fake. Clarky now taken over from the corner. Plays the bounce. Ken's is there. He's popping it towards his net just a little bit. Merc has the clear though. Rico up with the 50. As the ball goes over to Jake in that left side corner of RAE's territory. In comes Ken's with the shot. And it's in! Clarky with the pre-jump, and Rico just could not quite get to that, it seems. So let's look at this one last replay. We got Ken's with a great angle. Again, Clarky already pre-jumped that, and I think Rico was just a little too far in the net. Kind of hard to see. But we now have a tie series here, 1-1. Team Overdrive taking game number 2. Yes, Maj, now you can watch all of our Rocket League games. Let's go. No work for you. Let me switch up the maps right quick. So, as I said, game number 1 was on DFH Stadium, El Caster, I'm sorry. Game 2, Forbidden Temple. So now we're going to be going to Manfield Night here. And we will be seeing a game number 4. So everything else should be in order. So apologies on that. But let's head into game number 3. Aw, Maj. Well, I hope you feel better today. I hope it's nothing like super serious. Alright. Alrighty, game number 3, kickoff number 1. 5 minutes on the clock, 0-0 ball game. Rico taking this kickoff. It's looking like a good setup. It's a great save by Kens as the ball goes out past midfield. Jake chasing it down. Merc getting in the way. A little bit of a bump. Back pass to Kens. Kens with the shot. Clarky with the save as the ball moves downfield. We got Coach stopping the momentum. In comes Rico, though, with the steal. Kens sending it back downfield. Offense. Keeping the offensive pressure going here. Absolutely applying as much pressure as possible, but they are sent back to their own side as Kens now has to turn things around. Jake gets in the way, passes it over to Merc. Merc sends it center. It's a great pinch. Off the wall, over to Clarky. Clarky off the other side. It does go center, but no follow-up. Coach now with the clear. Clarky sticking with it as he now takes possession. There's the pass over to Jake, and it is saved away. Jake couldn't quite get there before defense did. There's the flick. Rico getting in the way of that shot attempt. Coach now taking over. Almost off the ceiling. Past Clarky. In comes Rico. The ball still going towards the net, but Jake is there with the backup defense. There's the 50 to send the ball out, but Merc is there. A huge pop. He plays the bounce. Shot goes wide. Jake is there. Defense working overtime. A little bit of a bump. And now defense turns to offense. Merc now with the touch off the backboard. It's a bouncing play once again. And Coach sends it over to Clarky, who has the shot, but no good as it was just a little too wide. And now we're in kind of like a nice volley state. So it seems that both teams have kind of, I don't want to say figured each other out, but I think they're finally matching each other's energy. That's kind of what I'm seeing out here. It seems also like the RAE team's playing a little bit faster than what they typically normally do. Seems they're just a little bit scattered, if you will. But there's a shot by Clarky. Great save by Kens. Finally a little bit more accuracy here as Jake takes the 50. Back over to Rico with the pop-up. As the ball goes down, Kens has the backboard defense. And there's the clear. Great save by Jake as Coach still 50s it and sends it to the other side. Another 50 by Rico sends it downfield. Jake with one touch. Kens with the read. Grabs the save. Coach now sends it out to Merc. Merc gets past Clarky. In comes Rico. Off the backboard. Plays the bounce. Defense is on it. Ball goes over to Coach as he grabs the clear. Clarky now sends the ball off the wall. It's a great setup. Great save by Rico. Back over to Clarky. And in comes Coach with the steal. Clarky tries to play the bounce. It's up to Rico to take that 50. Clarky still getting in the mix of it, though, and Ken sends it back. Like I said, it's just aggression from both sides here. It kind of seems like Overdrive has a little bit more. They're kind of living up to their name here just a little bit, but as of now, they are on defense. It's a great setup. Kens is there now moving downfield. Rico with the steal. As it goes off the ceiling, it's dropped down. Jake with a great touch, sending Coach back towards his own side, but Kens is there. As it goes off the backboard, Clarky has the read. And it's off the backboard once again. In comes Clarky. The 50 going out to Jake. Jake back into that left side corner. Kens is there, followed up by Coach's second man, but it's pinched out, so no need for that. As Jake now on defense tries to get in the way of Merc. It's a great setup. Rico shuts it down. We have 1 minute remaining and nobody has scored. Not trying to cast a curse here. Here we go. Off the ceiling. Merc drops it down to Jake. Bounces back center. Clarky just misses it. As the ball is popped up, Rico has the follow-up from the backboard. Kens with the touch, sending the ball back. Clarky is there. One huge touch, but Merc has the read on it. Jake's taken out with the demo, but Rico and Clarky still hold down the fort. Get the clear. Kens with the catch. He gets past Rico. Clarky's there with the turnaround. It's a little bit of a soft touch, and we might have an open net. Merc going for the shot, and it's in. Merc, first player to score, and it's for Team Overdrive. All right, can RAE turn things around? We have 23 seconds. Let's kick off. Goes on their side of the field. Jake has the turnaround. Rico might have the breakaway. There's the shot. It is saved by Kenz. We have 10 seconds remaining. The demo. Clarky with the turnaround. Merc getting in his way, keeping the ball at bay. Rico with the steal over to Kenz. Kenz over to Merc, and it's moving it downfield. We are now officially out of time, but Clarky pops it up. It's going off the wall here. Clarky has the follow-up, gets the shot, and it's shut down by Merc. Jake keeps it up. So it does Merc as it's going back downfield. Coach with the follow-up. Jake with the turnaround. Ball is still up. Here we go. Coach getting the touch. Sends the ball center. Clarky with the catch. He's popping it up. In comes Rico. Kenz with the challenge. Bumps him off. Ball still moving downfield in favor of RAE. Clarky with the catch. And shut down again by Merc. Ball still up. Rico with the turn. It's a 50 by Coach as it goes to the other side. And there you have it. Game number 3 going to Team Overdrive. Putting us on game point. What a game. Like I said, it kind of seems like the teams somewhat kind of figured each other out. They're more so just matching energy. Definitely seems like it's not necessarily like play for play or like the reads are there. We had a lot of whiffs coming from our side, not to call out our team, but just talking analytically here, all right? Accuracy, not too on point, but we still came out with 7 shots and 5 saves compared to the other team, and they have a total of 7 shots and 7 saves. So other team came out on top with a 1-0 game, the closest we have had in this series. So let's see what happens in game number 4. This is our last leg here. We need to win this in order to stay alive and push for a game 5, hopefully coming out on top with a win. However, Overdrive is 1 game away from a victory in this week's matchup. So let's get right into the game as we got 5 minutes on the clock, all of our players on the field, and a 0-0 ball game once again on Sovereign Heights. Game number 4. We got Merc taking this kickoff as he's trying to get past Clarky. He moves into that left side corner. There's the setup. Coach dropping it down to Kenz with the shot, and it's off the crossbar. Clarky now going up with the ball downfield on that right side. No boost, still gets the setup. Merc already in the way. Great read by him as Coach now is able to take over. Jake gets in the way, sending the ball into that left side corner. Merc with the follow-up, back center. Another shot met by defense. Second time, saved by Clarky. The ball goes up and off the ceiling on the left side of the RAE territory. Jake now gets met by Merc. In comes Coach, but Rico's there on defense. Kenz with the rebound once again, and it's saved away by Clarky as it goes up and off the ceiling. Rico plays the bounce. A pass over to Jake. It's a great shot. Merc with the save as Kenz now has that backup defense and sends it to the other side. We got Merc and Clarky in at 50. Ball's going off the wall. Jake with the read. It is a shot saved by Coach. Still moving in that right side corner. Merc taking over, moving down the field. Shut down by Jake as it bounces out. We have Clarky meeting Merc. Rico keeping the ball away from that danger zone. Back over to Clarky, who just gets past Merc. Rico with a little bit of a fake, leaving it for Jake. A pass back to Rico. Off the backboard, back to Clarky. Back towards the net. Kenz with the save off the ceiling as he lets it go. Merc is there with the pickup, sending it all the way downfield. Rico now couldn't quite follow that one up. Jake getting in the way. Merc now taking a shot. Clarky with the save. A little bit of an awkward soft touch, but it does get it out of the way just a little bit as it goes into that right side corner. We have a bump, and the ball still not quite reaching that midfield point. Merc has that turnaround. A lot of offensive pressure coming from Team Overdrive. We have a demo taking out Jake. Rico now having to cover that backboard. Coach again with another pass, but Rico just beats the offense there, sends it out. Merc with the turnaround as Clarky now plays the bounce from that pop. It's going to go over to Kenz as he sends it to the right side corner. Merc with the redirect. Rico is there. Teams are looking a lot better out there, a lot more calculated, and this time actually having a read on each other as we see Clarky with these pre-jumps, these defensive plays, getting in the way, lots of bumps. We kind of know where everybody is or where they are going to be. It's a great pass down. Coach with the back pass. Rico and Jake trying to capitalize on it. Couldn't quite do it. As we now have Coach in possession, going for that setup. And there's the first shot. Ken's sinking it in the net here. Rico trying to get in the way of that one. Ken's just with a great touch there. Defense almost having it. Kickoff number 2. Here we go. 2 minutes, 23 seconds on the clock. Coach taking this kickoff into that left side corner of the RAE territory. As it goes back center, we do have a little bit of a shutout. Ken sends it to the wall, and Clarky is there. As he still gets in the way, we got Coach with the backup, putting them back on offense. Things quickly turn around as Jake takes possession. It is a pass. Merc has the read. Coach just beats out Clarky to that one. As Rico has a touch, sends the ball, takes the 50. Ball's going to that right side wall. Coach playing the bounce, gets met by Clarky. Ball's in the corner now. Bouncing play once again. As we got Clarky sending it to the other side. Coach has a touch as it goes off the wall. Merc plays it, gets the shot. Ken's with another shot, and Clarky has that save. Defense working a little bit overtime here. Lots of boost stars and demos coming in. Ken's now with the touch, plays the bounce. It is redirected, but still wide of the net. He does end up getting a shot. Clarky with the save. Again, another boost steal by Ken's, taking that corner boost. ×2, actually. So, again, lots of boost starving for RAE here. They're gonna have to counter that. It's a great strategy by Overdrive. Here we go. Rico with the pass down to Clarky with the catch. It's a 1v1 right now. 2v1. There it is. Jake did end up being in the right position here. It's a great pass down by Clarky. There's the 1v1. In comes the second man, and there you have it. Top left corner to tie the game. 1-1, 1 minute on the clock. I hope 1's your favorite number, because there you go. Kickoff number 3. Time is ticking, but at least it's a tie game. The bounce off of the backboard. Ken's with the clear. It's a 2v1 right now until Rico can get a little bit better positioning, and he does. There's the great turn, the shot. It's a great save by Merc. No rebound by the offense. Ken sends it out, grabbing that epic save as Jake now pops it up, tries to get through the defense here. Rico now with the pop. It is a shot, and it's no good. Rico now with a little bit of a back pass. Clarky with one pop off the wall, loses it. Coach now taking over, just beating out the follow-up. Rico sends it over to Ken's as he goes to the backboard. Clarky is there once again. Rico going for that mid boost. It's Merc, and he takes the 50, takes possession, and it is pinched away. Jake taken out with the demo as Clarky now takes the 50, gets it center. Coach is there. A little bit of a soft touch. Rico almost with the follow-up. Jake now with the setup. Merc sends it out. Clarky is there, takes the 50, stopping the momentum just a little bit. Ken's off the wall, sends it down. Rico now, back over to Ken's, back over to Clarky maybe, and we have an overtime. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it! RAE needs to score this one to keep themselves alive, and Overdrive needs to score this one to take the win. Here we go, RAE on offense, and they lose the opportunity. As things quickly turn around, we got Merc with the setup, a demo on Clarky. Ken's in the corner trying to get that read up and over Rico. Coach does not quite get the follow-up. Merc with the turnaround. Jake is there. There's the clear. Offense from defense now. Ken's taking control. Rico with the pass center. A demo on Coach. Shot by Clarky. Saved away by Merc. As we have RAE back in possession. Rico goes with the pop-up. Coach drops it down to Clarky. It's a little high. He does get the read, but still not quite it. Jake getting closer to the net. Merc is there on defense, sending it to the corner. Coach moving down line. As Rico tries to get in the way, there's the 50, sending the ball off the wall. He takes over, moving downfield once again. Gets past one. Merc, and Rico scores! There you have it. RAE keeps themselves alive here in game number 4, overtime. Gets past one last chip past the last man on defense. And just like that, we are going to be seeing a game number 5. Of course, you know what that means. Champions Field. I'll just do the regular one. I typically go for day, but I did not put that in the description, so I'm not going to do that. Whew. All right, everybody take a breath. Okay. Game number 5. We got 3-3-3 across the board. 4 shots for Clarky, Rico, and Jake, totaling 9 shots and 7 saves. Over on the other side, we have 11 shots and 6 saves. So lots and lots of offense. Like I told you guys, Overdrive is really living up to their name right here. Lots of offensive pressure. So it's really up to RAE to try and find a way through that, and our lobby might be closing. Hopefully not. Let me check my DMs. Okay. Oh, okay. Yep, and the game timed out. Alright, Champs Field 3v3, everything's looking good. We should be good. Alrighty. There we go. Okay. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's get into game number 5. Winner will be taking the series. So here we go. 5 minutes on the clock. Kickoff number 1. We already have a demo taking out Rico. In comes Clarky on the open net, and there you have it. Bruvs taking the first goal of the game. 5 seconds in. Jake over to Rico. Ball's going back center, and Clarky is there. And kickoff number 2 goes in favor of Merc, who gets the shot. Jake is there, sending the ball off the wall. Ken's with the backboard. Set up. Coach stopping the ball just a little bit. Jake gets in the way, followed up by Rico. Merc with the turnaround, though. Offense is not done yet, but Rico's going to get the clear to shut them all down. Coach now taken out with a demo. Jake off the backboard. Merc with the read. Rico gets in the way of that one. He sends it back to the corner, falls out so he can grab boost. Clarky with a great 50 on Ken's as the ball is shot to the other side. Jake now with the pass over to Ken's at midfield. Things turn around as defense turns to offense, and they score. There you have it. And it looks like, quick update, really quick. Team Monolith won their game against Godallion's Bandits. GG's to Team Monolith. Back to our game 5. We got 1-1, 4 minutes, 5 seconds on the clock. Ball's pinched to the other side. Ken's with the pass back center. Jake's already up for it. Going for the shot. Merc with the save off the backboard. In comes Clarky, though. One more shot, and it's just wide. Rico with the rebound. Double defense. Shuts it down as Ken sends it off the wall. We got Rico with the turnaround here. Ball goes from the corner. Ken's now moving it downfield into the right side corner here. Clarky sends it back out. Coach now taking possession as it is popped up. He's going for the double. Clarky with the save. Jake with the follow-up. In comes Ken's, and that one's going to put it in the net. Third time's the charm, and that's going to give the lead to Team Overdrive. Here we go. 2-1, 3 minutes, 25 seconds on the clock. Ken's now takes this kickoff. Jake, a little bit of a touch. Great pinch by Rico. Over to Clarky. Back over to Rico. Merc with a save on that left side as Jake turns things around, gets the bounce, and it is saved away by Coach. In comes Clarky with the fake, leaving it for Coach, but Jake's going to turn it around. Rico can't quite keep up to that one as Kenz grabs the clear. Ball's moving into that left side corner. Jake in possession, loses it. A bump on Clarky, opens up the net just a little bit. Clarky able to recover just a little, gets in the way of Merc for a second. Jake now with the steal over to Rico, sending it into that right side corner. Back center, Coach with the catch, and Clarky capitalized on that, but Coach is still able to get there. Great touch by Kenz. He got in the way of Clarky's shot. Again, a little bit of a cluster there. Clarky with the backboard set up over to Jake. Kenz gets in the way. There's another shot, and Jake is going to tie the game up. It's looking like Team Overdrive is a little frantic on defense here. Lots of double commits, lots of quick reactions, very reactive. If RAE can honestly keep on this offensive pressure, they might be able to pull this one off, but I don't know. When Team Overdrive is on offense, they go crazy as well. That is their strong suit. So really, it's just who can get on offense and hold it down first, because both these teams are looking really good offensive-wise here. As Merc gets the shot, it's a great touch by Coach, and that's going to give the lead back to Team Overdrive. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Here we go, 3-2, 2 minutes, 8 seconds on the clock. We got Jake and Merc on kickoff. As Coach gets the setup, Jake is there with the pop-up. Ken's already there with the read, sends the ball back towards the net. It is a shot, saved away by Clarky. As Ken tries to get the send back, we got Rico with the shutdown and a demo on Merc. Double demo, opening up the net, and Clarky capitalizes. There you have it. We are back to a tie game. Demo taking out that second man. Coach trying to get in the way, and Clarky was just there. 3-3, 1 minute, 48 seconds on the clock. It is neck and neck, ladies and gentlemen. This is a game 5. Rico now with the pass center. Coach shut down by Jake as it goes off the wall. He plays the bounce, pops it up off the backboard. Double defense is up. Rico now over to Clarky. Clarky off the backboard once again, leaves it for Jake. Can't quite finish the play. It's a great fake out by the offense, though. Merc now trying to get his team on the offense. Can't quite do it just yet. There's the clear. Going to the backboard. Great save by Rico as it bounces to that right side. Ken's now with the catch going up almost off the ceiling. Clarky gets in the way. In comes Coach. It's 50 away. Clarky wins that one. Pushes the ball back towards midfield, but Merc turns it around. Back over to Clarky. Full tank of boost, and he's going with the air dribble. There it is, and he's shut down by Kenz. Ball's back at midfield. Rico has the catch. It's 50'd by Merc. Set up for Coach. Jake is there, though, just before Coach can get to it. Buying just enough time for the team to get back as Kenz now comes in from the corner. It's going towards the net. Clarky is there. Set up for Merc. Great shutdown by Jake as we now could have had a breakaway. And there it is, but the shot is wide. Ken's now taking the ball around the corner, going downfield on the left side. Gets the reset. One more touch. Clarky getting in the way with the backboard defense. Jake helping him out. Takes possession. Pops it up. Merc has the read as that Clarky now takes over. Sends it to Rico. Rico off the wall. Bouncing play. Back center, Rico is there with the catch. There's the flick. Little off center as defense now turns to offense once again. Off the backboard, Rico gets in the way of that one. Little bit of a danger zone. They're trying to find a gap, and they can't quite do it just yet. Merc now with the turnaround. It's up to Clarky as he does get the clear. It's going to the left side. Coach with the read. Sends it from the corner. Back out. Merc and Kenz are up. The double commit goes over to Clarky, and we now have an overtime in game number 5. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen. Cheer on the teams. Here we go. The final kickoff. Clarky with the shot. Kenz is there with the save, sending the ball into that right side corner. Coach with the small clear as it goes past midfield, but still an easy turnaround for Jake. As he goes back towards the net, it is saved away by Clarky. That angle was a little scary, not gonna lie. Clarky now sends it to the other side. Kenz is there with the read as it bounces off the wall. Rico's there with the redirect to the backboard. It's up to Coach as Clarky gets the shot. Kenz just makes it back in the nick of time. Jake now with one touch. Merc just beats Rico. Ball's going downfield. Clarky beats Coach. Back over to Rico with the redirect. Kenz with the save. Almost enough momentum to go back into the net, but that double defense was there. Jake now almost with the shot. In comes Clarky off the backboard. Tries to get the setup. A bump on defense. There's the 50. It's still wide of the net. In comes Rico now with the pinch. It's going center. And they let it go. They're taking it to the other side. Clarky with the steal. A nice 50. Coach taking it from him. A pass over to Ken's. Back over to Merc. Rico gets the save. Jake now takes possession. Merc with the turnaround. Back over to Rico on defense. Sending into that corner. We have a 50 moving downfield in favor of RAE. One more pop to the backboard. Merc is there. Rico now with the catch. Taking it up the wall from midfield. Off the ceiling. Plays the bounce and it's in. Rico with the winning goal for RAE 5 Bruvs. There you have it. RAE takes the win in this series for week number 4 in 86 League against Team Overdrive. GG's to both teams and congratulations to the winner, Royal Ascents 5 Bruvs. All right, let's gather around. Welcome back on in, everybody. How are you feeling out there? What a performance. What a comeback. I mean, it was scary out there. We were on a game point. We kept ourselves alive, and then we take it in an overtime in game number 5. What an incredible performance. I'll lightly say that, but... Great comeback for RAE here as we take the win. Not only once, but twice today. I know they played earlier, so they took that win, and it definitely was not as close of a series as this one. Definitely a nail-biter, so I hope you guys are good out there. Whew. Definitely gonna need a drink for that one. Yes, but again, GG's to both teams. Team Overdrive played really hard and definitely gave us a run for our money. So GG's to them, but congratulations to our winning team here. Rico really did lock in the end. I think he definitely deserves that MVP for those last 2 games. Like, game number 4, that was his game. And then in game number 5, just the winning goal alone, top tier. Top tier. That was huge. Top tier. Again, congratulations. Head on over to the main lobby here. Wasn't it? Ignore Roxy. Oh my goodness, can we talk about those saves? And Jake with that last save. Clarky had one that was super close. I thought it was going to ricochet off his car and like bounce in and it was going to be like an unfortunate own goal, but like it wasn't. But it definitely looked like that to me, and I'm not going to lie, my heart dropped just a little bit. No, but the team did absolutely amazing. They definitely picked up defense in the end. No own goals this series either, so that's a win, right? Made that crazy save as last back, then slot, top left ski. Yeah. They did amazing out there. Definitely held it down, locked in when they needed to, pulled off the win, so definitely huge. A big win this week. Last week was not looking too good for them. They did take a loss. One of very few, actually. This is one of our top performing teams on the EU side. So, yeah, definitely adding 2 more wins all in the same day for the same week. I mean, what a win for this team. Super proud of them. GG's, Jake. Shut up, tasers. What are you talking about? I actually don't have any. I'm actually out of chips. I literally talked about that in general chat where I'm like, oh, I have to go get chips. I had to steal 1 bag of the goldfish from the kiddo, so don't come for me. Anyways, alrighty. Well, thank you so much for coming out to support the teams, the players, the org, the caster, the league, whoever. We all appreciate it. Chat was super fun, so... only my kid. It's not really stealing. I bought it, so I have the rights to it. But, you know, that's for another time, okay? We're here for 5 Bruvs here, okay? Also, I know I mentioned it earlier in the stream, but I did want to say congratulations to Team Monolith for also winning against Godallion's Bandits in week number 4 as well. So RAE is just on top today. Thursday is our day, so I hope you guys can take the energy from our teams and their wins and sprinkle it into your day. I know EU's days are ending. It's almost 8 p.m. there, so they still have a few hours, but still, their day is ending. It's still bright and early out here. It's not even 1 p.m. for me, so yeah, take this energy, sprinkle it in today, okay? Have a good day out there, but again, thank you so much for coming out to support our teams and the caster and keeping it lively out there. You guys are much appreciated. Yes, hop in the Discord, but yeah, I will see you guys next time. We're gonna have a few announcements. Do not forget, we are gonna be having the NA 6-mans. I'm not too sure if it will be streamed because RLCS for NA is happening. So yeah, keep updated on that in the announcements, and then we do have our EU open lobby on Saturday at 8 p.m. GMT time. That's 9 p.m. CET. So make sure to appear for that, and then same thing next week. But next week we have a little surprise where we're gonna have somebody new up here on this mainstream. So yeah, I'm excited for that for next week. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the Discord server. Follow us on Instagram and Twitch, of course. Keep up to date with all of our weekly events. But until then, you guys have a great morning, evening, afternoon, or night, wherever you are watching from. We are going to be raiding out, so stay tuned for that as well, just to spread some Royal Ascent love. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me stop talking. Okay, bye. I love you.